Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome back. It's been a long time. Well, it seems like it's been a really long time since you were with me last. It's actually only been 4 days. But boy, do I have a story to tell you guys. It seems like a lot longer than that. So what happened? Right after I finished the house, which it was pretty good timing. I think it was January 1st. Pretty sure it was January 1st. Today is January 5th. So it's been 4 days now. What happened is it started snowing, and it's since all melted, but it started snowing, so I don't know if it was just a snowstorm or what, but it was pretty bad. And I realized, oh yeah, I don't have any boots, and I don't have a hat. I've got my pants and my shirt, which, you know, kept me warm decently, but my feet were freezing and my head was freezing, so I decided, you know what, I really need to get more leather. So I went hunting for some deer, just grabbed a few sandwiches, and headed out. Remember those deer that we saw? Well, man, anyway, well, I will tell you about it once we get back inside. But for now, what I came out here to show you guys was this. I also discovered that going in the woods during a snowstorm is not pleasant. So I built me this. It's pretty self-explanatory. You can see what that is. You can come here out of the weather, do your business, and when you're done, you can be on your way. And so now I literally don't need to freeze my butt off outside during the winter. So that's nice. And let me show you this. I've already scraped them, but I have 3 medium prepared hides. Those would be the deer that I did eventually find. But I'm going to also show you this. This is where I keep the straw and a flint and steel, and go grab some wood here. I need 8 of them. There we go. Let me start a fire. I'm going to sit down and I'll tell you my hunting story. Some kindling. Get some oak logs. There we go, and let's light this baby on fire. Perfect. Put this stuff back. And there we go. Done. The goldenrod decayed on me, so that's why that isn't there. And then I decided, instead of just having fancy pottery that looks nice but doesn't really do anything, let's make a large vessel. And I don't have enough clay left to show you how to make one, but you in the clay shaping interface, you just take out the middle and you leave one strip along the sides and the bottom like that, and then you get a large vessel that you can fire up, and you can actually store stuff in it. You can store water, liquids, or solids in it, so that's kind of cool. But anyway, now that we've got a fire going, let me tell you a story of my hunting excursion. So I grabbed some sandwiches, I grabbed my bow, and I headed out. Now remember that herd of deer that I saw when we came back from collecting the trees? Well, I went to that area and they were gone. I scouted the area, but nothing. I couldn't see them. And I really wanted to get some deer, so I just kept heading west and west and west. So now picture this. So there I was, creeping through the woods, trying to stay warm, trying to stay out of sight of all the bad guys, when I heard a deer just up ahead. And so I creeped through the woods and snuck up a little bit closer, and there he was, standing in the open. Pulled back my bow. Yeah, the first one got away. But I was like, well, I've come this far, I'm not going back empty-handed. So I just manned up, endured the cold, and I kept going west. And so picture this. So there I was, sneaking through the woods, cold, far from home, almost ready to give up hope, when I saw a herd of deer down in the valley. I pulled back my bow, crouched down, adjusted for the wind, and bam! Got the first one. The others didn't even seem to notice. Pulled back again, used the tree as cover, and bam! Rushed down, pulled back the third time, peeked out from behind the tree and bam! Dropped the third one. I went down, gathered all the loot, the meat, the hide, which was really what I wanted, and made a beeline back for the cabin before I froze myself to death. And that is how I got those hides. So, while those guys are finalizing the leather process, I'm just simply going to stay inside by the fire and start thinking up some plans for a forge room. That's next. Pretty soon we're going to need to, in early and late spring, before late spring, we need to have the garden area done. But until then, I'm going to work on the forge room, and hopefully we can do quite a bit more metalworking before spring yet, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm just going to take it easy today, stay inside where it's warm, wait for the leather to go. Once I've got boots and a hat, then I'll go outside and start working on the forge room. That is the plan.